Hello, hi, how you doing? Karibuni. So, I've had to set up this stream a bit quicker than I would like, but tuko hapa. So, okay. So,
do you stay motivated despite public scrutiny and
I don't know whether
personal
you can hear.
challenges? So this is what I'm gonna say, okay? Yes, I did find out who did their thing. And here's the thing. I've learned that in life we're all human, right? We make mistakes, and I'm gonna own up to mine. I'll take accountability to where I went wrong, but at the same time, everyone is responsible for their own actions. How someone reacts to a situation is on them, not me. Because at the end of the day, we all process pain differently. Now, I read a quote that says, "What others do in their karma, how you respond is yours." And
So
that's
this
the
is
energy I'm
Azziad
carrying forward. I'm choosing
responding
peace
to
over
the
bitterness,
allegations,
growth
right?
over grudges. So, to answer the question, yes, I know who it was, but no, it doesn't matter anymore because life moves on, and so do I. The question on how do I stay motivated despite the public scrutiny, what I'm going to say is this. It's because I know my purpose. And when you know your purpose, the noise just becomes background music. Now, I once heard a line in Rocky Balboa, and it says, "It ain't about how hard you hit; it's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward." And that's exactly it. I didn't come this far to be stopped by gossip. I
So
remind
Azziad is
myself why I
answering
started,
to
where I'm
the
going, and
questions,
who I'm
right?
doing this for. God's plan is bigger than any headline. The distractions, they don't shake me. The mission stays the same, and I keep moving. And that is what we're going to be doing here on the Herbari Shuffle. We get to learn from each other. We get to move. We get to grow. We get to evolve. Keep it locked here on Sound City.
254. Hey. Let's get.
Okay, so I have to keep muting because, of course, it's a radio station. Okay, and I don't wanna, get in trouble for playing music. But of course, this is Azziad answering like questions that we've been wanting to ask. We've been wanting to know, and of course, she's doing this on the radio station, Sound City, and that's a fan asking, like, do you know who leaked the audio notes? Do you know who leaked whatever we saw? And of course, she's saying yes, she knows who did it, but she's not going to, she's gonna move on. She's not going to dwell on that. So of course it's interesting, and of course I wanted to jump on this radio session, and so that we can hear, because I think she said she's not going to respond to this again. So that's why we are here, to listen to what Azziad has to say, what she'll respond to, what she'll answer, whether she'll be clear, whether she'll, whether she'll not respond to other allegations, or the works. So tuko hapa, tuko tuned kwa hii radio station, so I won't play the music, but I'll be listening when she comes back, right? When her voice comes back, I'll be listening to hear what she has to say. And when she comes on over on the radio, I'll put you on so that you can also hear what she has to say. When the music comes on, I'll turn off the audio so that YouTube isinifanyie ile kitu. But tuko hapa, tuko tuned. I'm listening to know, hata mimi nataka kusikia what's up, what does she think about all this. She had posted on her Instagram saying that she does not use debt to fund her lifestyle, right? And of course, that's what she has come here to respond to. Fans questions, fans yani anajibu maswali zenye mafans wanataka kuuliza, okay? Na of course pia mimi ni fan, pia mimi niko hapa nataka kusikia exactly what she has to say. Okay.
Howdy,
Okay,
hold
let's
on,
hear.
keep hope alive, because storms don't last and neither do tough times. And we keep shuffling through life, and let this be your reminder that light always finds its way back. Keep the hope alive. You're here with me, Azziad, and today we are addressing the elephant in the room. I don't think it's an elephant, it's a blue whale. Anyways, I've gotten a question, number ending with 22. And Auliza, Azziad, good morning. I love that you are back. How do you plan to regain the trust of your fans after these allegations? And this is what I have to say. What I went through, what I'm going through, it was a human experience. It is a human experience.
Okay.
And that's something we often forget when we are watching someone else's story unfold. Because everyone falls. We're human. We bleed. Everyone makes mistakes. Everyone at some point finds themselves on the wrong path. The only difference is...
So the allegations true or not?
I win in public. And when I fail in public. That does not happen to everyone. So my life is
That's
out there
true.
for scrutiny. Everyone can say whatever they want to say. But
That's
let's be
true.
honest. We've all been down before, yeah? You have been down before. I have been down before. The only reason my story is out there, it's because I'm Azziad. If it
That
was
is
someone
true.
else, you wouldn't know about it. And
Yeah.
a lot of people are going through things. Tough things. But that does not mean that just because it's not out there, it did not happen to you. It's just that it's me. And it's out there. So before we rush to judgment, before we label people based on a moment in their lives, I ask this. Can we learn the art of curiosity before condemnation? The art of empathy before accusation? Because when someone is acting out of character, instead of tearing them apart, maybe the better question is, what are they going through? What is wrong? But here's the truth about trust. Trust is not built on opinions, it's built on actions. And that's why I am grateful for this experience, because the people who truly know
Trust
me,
is built
my
on
family,
actions.
my
That's
friends,
true.
my fans, my clients who never left, they didn't need a headline to tell them who I am. And for the rest, trust is built over time, not in comment sections. And my actions will always speak louder than the noise. So I'll keep showing up, I'll keep working, I'll keep being the hardworking, positive and authentic person I've always been. And in the end, the real ones will see me for who I am, not for what the internet says about me. You're hanging out with me, Azziad Nasenya, on the Habari Shuffle. And this is a reminder that tough times don't last, tough people do.
No one loves
Okay. So, there she was talking about, a fan was asking now, how are you going to regain trust? Because it seems that whatever was happening is true. And Azziad was saying, when someone is in tough times, instead of kicking them down, give them extend some grace. Ask, how are they going on? What is going on in their lives? When someone is acting out of character, don't just jump. And of course, she's saying the only reason this is so public is because she's Azziad. If it was someone else, hata hii story hamgeisikia, but because she's Azziad, this is why this story is so big. And she's also saying that trust is earned through actions, not through words, right? So she's like, what's the space? What should I do? I know I've lost trust of some people, but my work, kenye naendelea kufanya, that's what will bring the trust back. Because yes, nime lose brands, yes, nime lose some people, but there are those who have also stuck by me. There are those who have trusted me, and they're like, I know who you are, and this is not in character for you. So you go like, let's wait and see. And of course that's the right attitude to have, because now like mambo ikifanyika, now you have to pick yourself up, dust yourself, and keep moving, because like now what is she going to do? It's about trying to regain trust of course, if you're joining me, please like the stream. I'd really appreciate, because I'm bringing you exclusives kutoka kwa the station. So I'm here on Sound City, right, the radio station. So I'm listening in, but I'm muting the music because, of course, sitaki kufanyiwa ile kitu. But when Azziad comes on, I'll put her on so that we can listen together as she answers fans' questions, right? And answers what people say, And of course, she has said she's not using debt to find her lifestyle. Na whatever happened, makosa ilifanyika. She knows who leaked the audio, but she's not going to get into that. So I don't know whether it's going to go to court or, what's going to happen, or she's going to let it slide or whatever. I don't know. And she has said, mambo na trust. Trust is earned through actions, which I agree. So iko like, my actions are what are going to vindicate me. There is nothing I can say that will bring back trust, but whatever I do, that's what will bring trust. And I call like the people who have stuck by her, those are the people who are her real ones. Wale wenye waliona mambo wakapotea, now anawajua. I call like she had numbers, but she didn't know who. Okay. Let me see if she's coming back on. No. So yeah, alikuwa anasema the people who have stuck by her anajua ni kina nani na mawaona. So those are the people wenye atakuwa like amewanote anyway. So it seems like this death story is true, but Azziad is saying it's time for her to try and move on from it, It seems like she's saying she's gonna try and move on from it and learn from it and be better. She's like, tough people, tough times don't last, tough people do. So I'm here chilling. If you're joining, I'm here listening in to Sound City Radio and listening to what Azziad has to say, and Azziad responding to her fans and her questions, because she has said she's only gonna do this once. So I don't know how true that is. So I'm listening in, and when she comes on, I'll put you on so that you can also hear what her side of the story is. Tumesikia everybody else's side of the story, and I have brought you other people's side of the story. You can check on my channel and see the from the leaked messages, from the leaked audios, from the leaked, and the saga that went on TikTok with people saying that amekopa, and there was also a lady who came and actually paid the debts, right? And said, oh, zile madeni, mimi nitalipa. So I don't know what went on with that, but now this is Azziad herself responding. She's saying, addressing the elephant in the room. So I'm here for it. I'm tuned in. When she comes on, tuko hapa. So because it's a radio station, anakuja, anajibu maswali kadhaa, and then anaeka music. And sasa part ya music ni mimi ndio tutakuwa hapa tunafanya music. But when she's speaking, I'll be quiet, tutakuwa tunamsikiza, and then tunapiga reaction live, right? So I checked her channel, okay, and kwa channel akona hii story ameweka hapa, okay. So I'm gonna show you something. Let me see how I'll do this. Let me see. Okay. So, yes. This is what I wanted to show you. On her page, anasema, here are the answers to your question, and this only happened once, so listen carefully. I do not borrow to fund my lifestyle. Okay? I do not borrow to fund my lifestyle. So it's like she's back in Kenya, right? Because she's on a plane. Anasema she's going to be addressing, have I finished paying all the debts? So hatujui kama amemaliza kulipa deni. Okay, so this is her page, and if you see, we have this saying, this is my truth, tune into Sound City, because after this we shuffle forward, back like you never left. That's what someone says. Much love, girl. They can never make me hate you. Love the energy. Haters chop rice. Life goes on regardless. So wanasema hao ni mahaters. Nani amekuja comment section? We'll see you there. And by the way, we're getting the answers to the questions we've been asking. So tune in, guys. I like how you handle things. More on social media. Nunua ka lovebird katoe stress. Oh my god. Haters chop rice. Habari shuffle. Wejua tunakupenda. Watu anasema aende live. So we don't know. She said she's addressing this only once. So I don't know whether she'll do another interview or go live, you know. Because of course hapa kwa radio is a bit tough, because kama mimi nafanya reaction, but I have to mute the nini. I have to mute the sounds. Because sasa na music hapa kutaendaje. She's making lemonade out of lemons. That's a fun saying. So tatu yangu ilisema aje. Watu anasema ingie live. People want her to address this live. Always be happy, girl. I love this for you, sweetheart. Yes, keep going, my love. Nauliza yule demwa 1.8 million alilipwa. So people are asking, did she pay all her debts? And of course, we are going to wait to hear. I don't know whether she has answered it, because she has been answering questions for a while. Na mimi nimejoin only from 12. So I don't know whether since 10 she's answered a few of these questions, whether she has paid the debts. But tumeona akisema she does not use debt to fund her lifestyle. Okay. We move on regardless. I'm happy for you. Mtu anielekeze. Okay, if you're joining us, please like the stream, you know, so that we can get more people in here to hear Azziad's side of the story. And if you're joining, I'm on radio, Sound City. I'm listening in, okay, to what Azziad has to say. But of course, Joanna mix na music. I'm removing the music parts, okay? So, kama right now, I'm on the earphones. I'm listening in to the radio. Nangoja ipatia music ishe. When she comes on, I'm bringing you on pia sisi tusikie what she has to say, right? Watu anasema, keep going on, Azziad. Mtu anielekeze jinsi ya kufuata. Tuyo anaongelea kususa other things. So if you're joining, if you're tuning in, please just like the nini, so that we can bring in other people. Okay. So nimeonyesha IG. Now I'm waiting for her to come back, so that now we can hear her answering fun questions. So on radio, she's answering fun questions. What do fans want to know about Issa Gayote? You know, it's like addressing the elephant in the room. Na mimi niko hapa nasikiza pia. So I'm waiting for her to come back so that we can get into it. All right. Of course, controversy may die down kidogo, because it was like a big story. But now it seems like the boring thing is true. But she's saying she's trying to move on from this thing. And like in Kama, there was something going on in her life. I don't know whether I think she's denying that she was using the debt to fund her lifestyle, but it's like there was something else going on, which I don't think she'll she'll tell us, and she's saying it was a tough time for her, and whatever she's going through, she'll pull through. She's saying tough times don't last, tough people do. All right, and she's answering she's facing the music, or she's facing her fans and telling them trust in ni kuhusu actions. Okay, trust si ati kusema. So ako like, my actions are what will vindicate me, this. Okay, I think she's coming back. Let me bring you on.
Music all day, every day. And we're going to be doing this every day from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. And today we are answering all those questions. We are talking about everything. And let me tell you, shufflers, life is a shuffle. Sometimes you're dealt the best hand. Other times you get cards you never saw coming. And in those moments, you have two choices. You let the game break you, or you learn how to play smarter. And trust me, I've learned how to play smarter. So I have two questions. Joel and Nasenya, did you leave the country to escape bad press? We have Delilah and Nasenya, I'm loving the show. What advice would you give to young influencers facing similar pressures? This is what I'm going to say. Did I leave the country to escape the bad press? Oh, no. If that were the case, I'd have clocked more air miles than a pilot by now. Here's the truth. Sometimes stepping away is not running. It's regrouping. It's choosing to find clarity instead of fighting battles that don't deserve your energy. And if you know me, you know I travel a lot. My parents, my family, I travel for work, I travel for fun, I travel for exposure. I leave oftenly, frequently. Now, I left because I needed to breathe, to reflect, and to rebuild not just my name, but my peace. Because let's be real, life is bigger than hashtags, than gossip and trending topics. The internet moves on, but you have to live with yourself. And if you lose yourself trying to please the noise, what's left of you when it gets quiet? And to the young ones watching, the ones stepping into this world of influence, let me tell you what no one prepares you for. First things first, fame is not protection. It doesn't shield you from pain, from betrayal, from learning lessons the hard way. If anything, it exposes you more. Your mistakes will be magnified, but don't let the public version of your downfall become the private definition of who you are. Because every strong person you admire, trust me, they've had their lowest moments too. They are human. They bleed. They break. They crash. Be careful who claps for you. Some people celebrate you when you rise, but enjoy watching you fall even more. So remember, quality over quantity always. And your mental health matters more than a viral moment. Protect your peace, guard your mind, and never let the internet dictate your worth. At the end of the day, I didn't run, I realigned. I didn't escape, I evolved. Because on the Habari Shuffle, we don't just survive the storm. We shuffle forward, smarter, stronger, and unshaken.
Okay. So hapo anasema that she did not run. She did not run. She regrouped. Okay? So ni kama anasema hiyo time Kozafan ameuliza wewe kwenda Germany, were you running or what was going on? But Azziad anasema no. Me, kama ni kukimbia ningekuwa nimeenda nikiendanga. I would have done so much traveling. But anasema it's mental health. It's for her peace of mind. It was for her to regroup. It was for her to calm down. It was her to collect herself, recollect, and rethink her mambos before arudi. So ako like she was not running. Alikuwa na regroup. Okay? Na Fana namuuliza hii mambo ya influencer. Okay? Hii mambo ya influencer mtu anafaa kuandolaje. But anasema ukiwa influencer imaanisha uko na protection. Okay? Inamaanisha people can see you more. So whatever you do inakuwa magnified. Any mistakes you make zinakuwa magnified, but that should not define who you are. So anasema yeye ali take it in stride na ata keep going. Okay? So okay, so I oh no, anasema she was traveling for nini na hakuwa na hepa. And of course, clearly she was not running away because si amerudi and she's here answering the questions, okay? She's here answering whatever she has to answer. Okay, bado hajarudi. But ako willing to answer, which is a good sign. You know, ako like, I'm here. If you have any questions for me, you ask, I'll answer. If you want me to say anything, I'm here. I'm going to answer. I'm not running away from anything. I'm not afraid, you know. Mambo hufanyika, mistakes hufanyika, you know. And I'm not using, like, I'm not borrowing to fund. I don't have a problem, you know. But I needed my peace. I needed my mental health to be okay. That's why nilienda Germany. Because I think her parents live there, right? So, anasema, that's why I went to Germany. Mi nilikuwa tu kawaida. Because I travel a lot. I move a lot anyway. Unaona? So, it was not anything out of my routine. Which, you know, fair play. Because she moves around a lot. That's true. She travels a lot. That's true. She goes to Germany because that's where her parents live. That's true. You know? But alikuwa like, I was not running away. Na kama amerudi na ameingia kazini na hayuko jela, nobody has reported her, hayuko station anywhere, somewhere, akiambiwa arudishe deni. Hata huyo wa 1.8 hatujamsikia akiongea. So probably, you know, there is more to the story. Because ingekuwa the moment ameland, angekuwa amesha kamatwa. You know, the moment ameland, na nimesema, if you've joined the stream, please like, ndio wase wa notifyiwe kuhusu hii stream na wa come in, right? And if you don't know what we are doing, we are listening in to Sound City Radio, listening to Azziad and waiting for kusikia response yake, because amesema ana respond to fans, okay? Na ni kama ni hii episode only atakuwa ana respond to fans, okay? After this history anakafunga hata hii address, okay? So if kama kana questions, pop up to Sound City, uliza maswali zenye uko nazo. Sisi tuko hapa tunasikia udaku, okay? We are waiting for her to come back na ajibu. I think amerudi? No. Okay, not yet. So anajibu whatever questions people have to ask, because this story was hot. People are dragging her through the mud. People walikuwa nasema mambo, watu walikuwa nasema anything, na amesema mimi nimekuja nimewajibu, you know, say it to my face. I'm here to answer your questions. But amesema hii ni one time. And it seems hii mambo ya kuomba was true. Okay? But ni kama the purpose maybe anasema, because on her Instagram amesema, I don't use debt to fund my lifestyle. But hii mambo ya kuomba inakani ukweli because haja deny. Okay? Na amesema, najua ni nani amelikio audio. Najua ni nani alianza hii story. Najua ni nani alileak. Unaona? But hajatupatia way forward. Hajatuambia kama anaenda koti or whether she's gonna take action. Amesema tu hiyo mambo mimi nataka kuwe behind me na mimi ni move forward. Okay? Which makes it look true that the borrowing, you know, because some people are like, is it true? Is it not true? So it seems it's true. But she's saying, yani makosa yenye nilikuwa nimefanya. Okay? And I've learned from it. Nimesoma, understand what was going on. I've moved on. Sijasikia kijibu kama amelipa hizo madeni. But it seems that there was someone who alijitokeza kulipa hizo madeni. But we don't know kama zimelipwa zote. But the fact amerudi na hajashikwa, of course we are waiting to see. I think amerudi very recently. We are waiting to see what is going to happen, you know. Amesema mi nimelearn na niko move forward kwa sababu hizi tough times hazita last. Na mi kwenda Germany, I was not running away. Nilikuwa nimeenda kuregroup. you know, some people might say maybe it's the same thing, but iko like, no, mi nilikuwa routine, this is what I do anyway. Mimi utravel, mimi unaendanga, so hakuna big deal nikienda, plus my parents wako Germany, you know. But the thing that made people waone ni kama ni true alikuwa anatoroka ni kwa sababu alipost akisema ako depressed, alafu stories za madeni zinatokea, so people put two and two together, wako like alitoroka juu hii depression ilimgonga juu anaiba, juu anakataa kulipa do, unaona. But from her point of view anasema ni kama haziko connected. Mi nilikuwa nimeenda, I needed my peace, I needed to go and regroup and you know, but hatujui kama atalipa hizi madeni. Okay, so I'm wondering after this response what are people going, sasa wale watu wa kuomba, watu wenye waliomba na wenye hajalipwa, what's gonna be their response? Itapelekwa mbele ama sasa itakanyangiwa, or it's like life as usual? Cause trust imepotea, to be honest, in Azziad. Okay, amerudi.
Music all day, every day, and this is the Habari Shuffle. You're going to be here with me, Azziad Nasenya, from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. And today we are answering those questions. And what I can say is this, you know, when you step into the spotlight, you don't just sign up for success. You sign up for scrutiny too. It's part of the shuffle. Some days you're celebrated, other days you're the headline. But the real question is, do you let it define you, or do you keep moving? I have a question right now, number ending with 22 na anasema, good morning Azziad. Do you ever get used to being in negative headlines? And what I can say is this, it comes with a job description. I remind myself of this. If people are talking, it means you're relevant. And relevance, it's a currency most people wish they had. But here's the thing. Headlines don't pay my bills. Headlines don't define my purpose. Headlines don't tell the full story. Reality does. And my reality is that I focus on my work, my growth, and my peace. I refuse to let the trending topics dictate how I see myself, how I see life. Because at the end of the day, when the noise dies down, all that matters is who you are when no one's watching. I once read a quote that said, a lion doesn't lose sleep over the opinion of sheep. And I live by that. Because in this life, you either let the world's perception shrink you, or you stand tall and keep moving forward. And if there's one thing about me, I keep shuffling forward always, and that is what we're going to be doing here on the Habari Shuffle. Shufflers, enjoying life as we learn from each other as we shuffle forward.
Sound City.
Okay, so I don't know. It's starting to look like the purpose of this response was for her to tell people to move on, you know, because to be honest, hapa sioni siskia can respond to anything really. Like anachukua swali, yes, but yako like I don't know, maybe the type of questions also zenye anachukua ni zile za to move on, you know, because I guess that's the narrative that anajaribu kupaint, yeah, to move on. So ni ile ana address, but ni ku address ya kuambia we tuange mbele, wewe wachana kuangalia na hizo mavitu za kitambo hizo. Najua watu wanapitianga mavitu, watu wanafanyanga mavitu, but I don't think like she's addressing address the issue, because tunataka kusikia what happened actually, you know, how did these things come about, how did it get this bad, how did it haribika, you know, how, you know, what was the money for? If it was not for your lifestyle, what was it for? You know, who and who actually are legit? Are they all legit? Are they all legitimate you know, accusations? And what did you try to do to make it right? You know, Like, what steps did you take to try to prevent it if it in this direction? So yes, it's all well and good to say to move on, but also like your fans deserve an explanation of what actually happened. Hakuna mambo ya kutuambia ati sijui the lions, sijui the what, sijui when life gives you lemons, sijui don't be cryptic. Hit the nail on the head. Tell us what actually happened. You know, you cannot be addressing the elephant in the room by giving us riddles and parables. Tell us what actually went on. You know, who ni kina nani wenye wana hiyo mambo ya kuomba client pesa. Is it true? Were you borrowing mtu client do? Was she your friend? Hiyo mambo ya unataka kubump up to first class. Was it true? Hiyo yenye kina Hana Benta walikuwa naongelelea kwa TikTok zao. Wakisema uniko unawaomba do. Sijui ukiwa London kwa room haujalipa. Is it true? You know? I think answering these questions might help us move on. Instead of you just telling us move on. Are we even done? Are there people who are going to come next and, you know, waanze kuclaim? Is this over? Have you paid up? You know? Because kama madeni ziko, tusipate headline ingine. Yes, negative headlines come with a job. But if it's true and you want to address it, then address it. You know? Usitupatie maparables ukituambia to move on. And I feel like that's what she's doing. I'm like, it's good to keep on shuffling, to keep on moving forward. But like, if you've come to address the elephant, address the elephant. You know? Don't, because to be honest, I feel kama ni PR hiyo ya kutuambia, you know, makosa ilifanyika to move on. But like, but umekuja hapa ku address makosa. So address. Ama ulikuja hapa kutapia to move on, you know. Because that's a different story. Tell us, who are these people? How did it come about? Tulifika hapa aje? So that ndo tujue how we are moving forward from it, you know. Because that's the maswali zenye zinaulizwa ni za ku move on. But like hata tuja ama ni mimi nimemiss part of the story, you know. Like hata huyo msu mwenye hata hujamtaja hata mwenye alileak mwenye alileak your stuff muaddress tusikie. So the messaging is a bit too cryptic, you know. Like just business as usual, which okay, that's how you've decided to go with it. But like I think being honest, being open, actually saying, unajua kuna ile you get the politician's answer, ile yenye iko the PR answer yenye imepakwa mafuta. That's what me I'm feeling this is turning out to be more of. Because I thought actually get into the meat, get into the drama, you know. Because iko like, be honest with us, ndio tusipate mambo ingine sitoke, you know. Like, because if other stuff start coming up, and I will be like, kwani? So I thought tulikuwa tuna move on. But tuna move on na tuja address issue. You know, when like ni kama uko in a relationship with someone, akukosee, and then akwambie, okay, let's come and talk. But when we come and talk, you're not talking about what happened. You're like, to move on. Makosa utendeka. These things happen. Tuendelee tu. But you're not addressing kenye ilitendeka. So how can I move on kama hatujongelea na hatujaongelea kuhusu kenye kimetendeka. You know, we are asking questions. The type of questions you're asking ni za kusonga mbele. When we ask the questions za the nail, instead of addressing, tuko like, unajua hizi vitu zinatendeka. So I don't know, to me that I feel like a response per se. Na feel tu ni kama business as usual really. Anatuambia sasa tusonge, tumerudi kazi, tumerudi. Tutaendelea kufanya kazi, you know. That's me anyway. What do you think? From what you're hearing from her, do you feel this is PR? You know, like it's like she's answering questions that she wants to answer, and she's being very cryptic, not hitting anything on the head. Hatuambi, hatupay juice, hatupay tea, get into the ins and ins, because that's what it feels like, very PR, you know. Anyway, nitakaa tu hapa, we'll listen until I think amesema inaenda hadi 2, because hadi right now they're doing a lot of music, which is fine, but iko like, okay, when she comes back, let's see if she'll give us anything, you know. So hatu kitoka hapa tunafo ametu address, because it's like there is a bit of not being honest here. There's, okay, not necessarily not being honest, but not being open. And I think that would really, really help the fans that akwe open, atueleze mambo iliendaje, because we'll defend her, yeah. We'll defend her and we'll be there for her. But also I feel like the fans wanna deserve openness, na honesty, na, you know, tuambie kuliendaje, and of course watu watakuja on your side. Okay, let me scour the internet and see whether there are people like kuna any sort of reaction to this, as I tungoje arudi. Okay, I'm ready. Let's see.
Every day, and today we are addressing the blue whale in the room. Anyways, we were talking about all the questions that have come in, and right now there's a number ending with 522. And it's my good morning, Azziad. What positive changes have you implemented in your life recently? What I can say is this: life has a way of shaking you up, of making you sit with yourself and asking yourself what needs to change, because growth doesn't happen in comfort. It happens in the moments that you are forced to evolve. And for me, this season has been a reset, a reshuffle, a reawakening. So what positive changes have I made? A lot. Every single one has come from deep reflection, from accountability, and from truly seeing myself. Accountability of excuses, because growth starts with looking in the mirror and owning your part in every situation, not with guilt, but with a commitment to do better. Humility over ego, because sometimes life humbles you, not to break you, but to remind you of what truly matters. And boundaries, baby, boundaries. I've learned that not everyone deserves access to you. Not everyone who claps is clapping for you. And peace comes from knowing when to say no. I once read a quote that says, if you have to wonder where you stand with someone, maybe it's time to stop standing next to them. Fewer people, more intentional relationships, that's the goal. Personal growth over perfection, because perfection is a myth, but consistency, that's a flex. It's in showing up even when nobody is watching. And the biggest change I've done living for expectations, and the biggest change is that I'm done living for expectations that don't align with my purpose. Because at the end of the day, what does it profit a man to gain the whole world but to lose himself? So if you ask me what's different now, I'm moving with more intention, less noise, and a deeper understanding of who I am. And shufflers, if you've been feeling stuck, if life has been forcing you to reevaluate things, take it as a sign. Maybe it's time to reshuffle your deck too.
We're mad about music. We going crazy right now. Let's go.
I think she's reading from somewhere. Honestly, I don't know. Because kama hapa anaulizwa the biggest changes, like being more positive, how, being more intentional, how, being more peaceful, how, humility over how. Because I think that's what the fan wanted to hear, like to talk to us like a human being, to tuongeleshe bwana. Being more intentional, cutting, I don't know, kwangu inakaa tu, I don't know, I feel like I read from somewhere, but it's fine, but iko like she could have done a bit more. What do you guys think? Do you feel like she's addressing the issue? Because ni kama ni PR. Like she's being very cryptic with answers. I mean, that's okay. Being more intentional with your circle. Not everyone that is clapping for you is on your side. Those are all true. I guess kama mi ningeexpecta dive deep, tuambie mambo ya cryptic haingiani. Be open, tell us. I think because people are on your side anyway. Watu wako on Azziad sides. People want to defend you. Maybe hataki nini brands, hataki maybe anaweza lose brands aki, maybe she might say something that she might not like in future. Because mnaona ni kama ana answer without answering. But I think ata recover from it. At least owning up and coming and speaking about it, that's a step. No matter how we feel about, of course, maybe she might not be able to get into the ins and outs, but this is a good step. I think she should have been more open. People would have been more forgiving that way, because I think considering the kind of creator she is, the kind of name that she is, people are gonna keep stabbing, keep looking for something, but anatuambia to move on, which is okay, but hii imekuwa titled addressing the elephant in the room. The only addressing ni amesema hatumiangi debts kufund lifestyle. That's the only part nimepata. But sasa swali ni madeni zilikuwa za nini? Sio ni ukweli ama ni which hand ama they were just ilikuwa smear campaign. Because those are some of the things that we'd like to know. Akiuliza ni nini amechange, amesema amekuwa ana protect her peace more, which is okay. Ako more intentional on her friends, anaweka boundaries. But I think kama mimi ningetaka kujua how like ume cut off some people, what akisema not everyone that claps for you ako on your side, which is all true. So I think because it's almost 2 atakuja for one more time, right? Na tuambie, and then let's hear and see what she'll have to say. Because I'm looking at Nairobi Gossip, wanasema media personality Azziad Nasenya has denied accusation that she was using loans to borrow money to fund her extravagant lifestyle and travels. But what was she using it for? Because that's all we want to know. Because iko like, if you're addressing it, sawa, uko unatumia for lifestyle, uko unatumia for what? On her radio show at Sound City, she stated that these allegations are false, saying that she has been understood and that her truth is not up for debate. What is her truth? She stressed that her dedication and hard work will overcome the gossip. That's all fine, but iko like, hauja address what the money was for, whether the money was true. Juu ukisema ni false, the allegations gani that you're funding your lifestyle or that you borrowed money. If you borrowed money, then what was it for? If it was not to fund your lifestyle, you know what I mean? Because you got like had to address, but had to address to call like to move on. My truth is not up for debate. His allegation is false. We move on. I've been misunderstood. But I'll make lemonade out of lemons. But you call like, okay, you've been misunderstood. Then tell us what's going on. You see? Kuna mwingine so these are the comments of Kenyans. Wanasema kubali ulikopa, story mingi ni za nini? Because hakubali kwamba sasa sijui kaa anakataa alikopa ama anakataa pesa ilikuwa ya kufund lifestyle. Kama haikuwa ya kufund lifestyle ilikuwa ya nini? Because what allegations are false, that you borrowed money or that you used it on your lifestyle? If the allegations are false that you borrowed money, then who are these people trying to smear you? And if it's true you borrowed money but you didn't use it for your lifestyle, what did you use it for? Okay, she's coming back. Let's hear.
You had to ask me, and I'm responding to them. And let me tell you, they say you know who truly stands with you when the fire starts. And in this past months, I have seen love in the purest form, not in the easy moments, but in the storm, in the uncertainty, in the days I didn't know how I'd rise again. If I could rise, how I would rise. And for that, I don't just feel gratitude. I feel something deeper, something unshakable. And this question is coming from Diana. And Nasenya, what message do you have for fans who stood by you during the tough times? And what I can say is this, to my friends, to my online family, my online warriors, my tribe, those who stood when it would have been easier to walk away, I see you, I honor you, I respect you, I thank you, and I love you. You didn't just offer words, you offered hands. There were some who went into their pockets. You offered prayers, you offered support in ways I can never fully explain.
There are some who went to their pockets. Did they pay your debts or not?
Forever.
Were the debts yours?
Stand when my legs were weak. Thank you. You fought for me when I was too tired to fight for myself. You reminded me of who I am, even when the world tried to rewrite my story. So thank you. And I once read a quote that said, the people who love you in your darkest moments are the ones you should keep for a lifetime. And that's the reason, or rather that's the lesson I'm leaving with. This chapter of my life is still being written, but if there's one thing I know for sure, it is being written with love, strength, and support of the people who never let me forget my own. And for that, I love you, I appreciate you, and I will never forget what you've done for me. Thank you for rocking with me through it all. Thank you for keeping it locked here on the Habari Shuffle. We are gonna meet again tomorrow. But for now, let's enjoy the music.
All your favorite tunes.
I think that's it. Huh? I think that's the show. I don't know. I think she should have been more open. Just hit the dagger, because you see the problem na hii online ni mambo inaanzanga tu mambo tu, you know, because angalia kama historia Caliph Cairo, you know, he's been trying to say I'm experiencing some business issues, okay, which is fine. We'll move on, we'll learn, we'll grow, which is fine. But the problem is you're not addressing, or you're not saying, okay, kuna mavitu ziliendele, hii kitu ilienda hivi na najaribu kusort. Because when you don't address it, like haupati yo grace ya fans, because now another story and another story and another story. You know what I mean? But if uko open na umewambia hivi ndo kunaenda, hata story ingine kikam, watu watasema we asha address hii mambo tusonge. But from response enye Azziad amepeana, mi sijaona kama ameaddress kitu. And you know what is gonna happen? Someone's gonna come up with something else and be like, where Azziad kuna hii. And you see, if she had hit the nail on the head and addressed this thing, ingekuwa kawe Azziad ameaddress kitu, wewe wacha kushinda ukirudia. But because kama mi nimesikia and I'm like, yes, you want us to move on, you want us to go forward, but iko like, let's talk about what happened. Because if it was but let's hear it. If you're telling us that ni vitu za humans, right? We are human, things happen. Then speak your truth. What happened? Because you can't be saying the allegation is false and you don't want your truth to be debated, but then come and say, I am addressing this. But you're not telling us what your truth is. If the allegations are false, then what is the truth? Tell us so that we can fight for you. Ndo tukienda tukupigania huko, tukuende tukitetea huko, we are with you. Instead of us feeling like unatuambia umeaddress but all you're answering ni questions za move forward. But I think umeziandika chini. Ukituambia the allegations are false. I did not borrow money to fund my lifestyle. So what did you borrow it for? Because if you're telling us to move on and to keep fighting for you and to keep sticking by you, you have to give us something. You know? Open the book. Hata kama ni hivyo ndo kulienda, just open the book and people will be with you. Because honestly, okay, maybe it's about the bag, you know? Like, if she went to that extent, maybe it would screw up the bag. And if that's the case, then fine. But yeah, that's it. Ameaddress. Hivyo ndo amesema, I really don't know amesema nini hapo, acha mimi sijaridhika anyway. Because ameaddress but haja address. Ametuambia to move on, which is fine. So hii story hata mimi nitai hapa ndio naimalizia. Unless something else comes up. And if I've seen anything in this entertainment industry, if you don't address it, it's gonna keep coming up. And I think that's why I'm entitled to addressing the elephant in the room, so that it stops keep coming up. But like if you have not addressed really, so it will still keep coming up because like hauja hit the nail on the head. Hujatuambia, you have been very cryptic. You've been telling us mambo ya, you know, but we are like, what actually happened? Hiyo hatujapata, hiyo sijasikia. Yes, you are having a tough time. What's this tough time? Why don't you want to say that? Anyway, let's see what will happen. I'll keep you posted. I'll do this story. Amesema hata iongelea tena. Tutaona what the response from netizens is gonna be. And of course, kuna immediate response hapa kwa Nairobi Gossip. Let me just bring you here and tuone. Okay. So, when nilikuwa nasoma, media personality Azziad Nasenya has denied accusations that she was using loans or borrowed money to fund her extravagant lifestyle and travels. On her radio show at Sound City, she stated that these allegations are false, saying she has been misunderstood, that her truth is not up for debate. She stressed that her dedications and hard work will overcome the gossip. But hapa kuna fan anasema kubali ulikopa, story mingi ni za nini. Mwingine anasema hizi hesabu hazi add up. Leave her alone. Mwingine anasema gaslighting. Mwingine anasema kizungu mingi haimaanishi unasema ukweli. Why is she justifying and we all know the truth? So you see the problem is, and clearly the fans hapa from the response tunaona like people wanna feel hajakuwa addressed. Haujasema, unajua ile you can say unasema but hausemi, you know. So I think that's what people are feeling. Tuna feel you're saying you're addressing but you're not addressing anything. So you go like, what are you talking about? And I think that's what has been disappointing on my side, because I'm like, you're addressing but you're not addressing, you know. Yeah, anasema Azziad jameni, kuna evidence. Ungekuwa ungekuwa Charlie sahi, tungekuwa tunakuita Dennis. Tunakusamehea deni, unaanza kujichocha. Hata uongee kama mzungu, tunajua ulikopa kwenda kuona Ariana. Na vile comment section yake imejaa, tumwache alone. Mwingine anasema rudisha deni. Mwingine anasema if Kuburi was a person. Mwingine zilikuwa za nini then? Hizo pesa uliomba. You see, that's what I'm saying. Because if the allegations are false that you borrowed money to fund your lifestyle, did you borrow money? Because the evidence is clear that you borrowed. Then if it was not to fund your lifestyle, what was it for? And that's what we hoped you'd address. But that's not what ume address. You know what I mean? Amelipa madeni baada ya kusikiza ground. Sahi yeye ndio anabonga, ndio kubonga very nice. So are the debts paid? Are all debts paid? Because of course, yes, if we move on from this story, kutakuwa na story ingine ya deni. Because yes, someone alijitokeza akasema atalipa. Did she pay everything? Tusijipate sasa tuko police station then ati haujalipa deni. You know? Ndio akishalipiwa deni anapandisha kiburi. Lakini hizo pesa zote alikuwa anafanyia nini? Na kulikuwa na hadi voice notes. Okay, you don't borrow money to find your lifestyle, but you still borrowed money, right? Ama bado ni uongo? Because that's what I'm asking as well. Ni sawa, you don't borrow money to fund your lifestyle. So what do you borrow it for? And if that's the elephant, that the elephant is the borrowing, where was the money going? Because if you're denying the allegation that it was for your lifestyle, ama you can't tell us what it was for. You borrowed for trips, very nice. Si hadi hatuna shida juu ulikopa. Shida ni mbona ulikuwa unakataa kulipa. Right? Because also the problem is not, okay, you borrow, fund your lifestyle, that's fine. How about paying? Because the only reason these things came to the surface is because there was no payment. Hakukuwa kunalipwa. So I'm like, are they paid? Because unless they are paid, hii story itashinda tu ikijirudia. Because like she has such strong fans, hadi kuna wale wana offer kulipa. You can imagine, like, people on your side that much, yani wanasema, ni deni, hata we don't care what it was for, I'll pay for you. Then those are the people you are open, you need to be honest with them and tell them, hey guys, kuna madeni zingine lakini na shugilikia. If I need your help, nitawashow. But you just keep being with me. Nimeona makosa yangu, accept, nataka kurekebisha, and then tusonge. But if you're not admitting anything, but also you're telling us kulikuwa na shida, to move on. If you're not open with us what the problem was, maybe better unge create problem or something, I don't know. Cause hiyo ingine imefeel tu kama PR, to be honest. What I've heard ime sound kama PR. Hii ilikuwa tu ya kutupeleka kwa radio station tusikie. To you know, just to generate hype for Sound City, right? Yeah, some of the female version of Cairo. Kwani umekuwa politician, unaongea sana, hakuna sense. You use the borrowed money. There she confirms she borrowed, but not to fund her lifestyle. Maybe just to use people's money. So what was the money for? The always pulling the gender card women. Gaslighting joined the room. Why is she dodging the question and gaslighting people while at it? Because that's what I felt. And clearly, that's what watu kwa comments wanasema. Like, umeongea lakini hujaongea. Saa hii ndio anaongea after that long. Then it's true. Heri angeendelea kunyamaza. Background like is different comparing to online. ChatGPT generated answer. You see, that's what I'm saying. Because people are listening and they're like, easy unasoma from somewhere. You know. Kuna voice notes. Basi atuambie alipeleka wapi hizo do. You know. Kuna voice notes za ukiomba. So do ilikuwa ya nini? Hiyo ni shida yake, yetu ni alipe deni. That's also true. Iko like, the only reason these vitu zilitokea public ni juu loans hazikuwa zimelipwa. Angekuwa nazilipa hata we don't care what you're borrowing for. And that's what I'm saying. Angekuwa a bit more open atuambie, kuliendaje. Ndio. Mtu mwingine akikuja jaribu kusema, imagine watu watamtetea na watu watamwambia we shut up, tulimaliza na hii mambo. We deal na mambo yako. But hivyo venye ametupatia PR, some people will be left unsatisfied. Some people will be left feeling, you know. My question is, uliomba ama hukuomba? This is what we call bouncing back. Anyway, apart from all that, like, this is really good from her to bounce back and to move forward, because that's actually that. Ultimately, that's what matters. Leaving things behind and keep digging, keep pushing, keep no matter what, you know. And of course, in that sense, ako sawa, like she's doing her thing, because ako like, mi nimemaliza hiyo story, si tuna move on. Ni mnasemaje, you know. And she clearly has said, mi nitaendelea tu ku move on. Unaona? So I guess Kenyans wanna feel whatever nimeona. Pia mimi nimeona, like she has answered but she has not answered. She was just there to tell us to move on, which is okay. We are moving on. But we feel like if you were saying you are addressing something, you should have addressed. Because yes, you didn't borrow money for the lifestyle. What did you borrow it for? Did you pay it back? Are we going to come up with other cases? Anyway. Okay. Let's see whether she paid, okay? Let's hear. Because I didn't hear it. Let me put you on. Let's hear about paying, okay? Because I think I missed that part, okay? Let me just put you on. Tusikie kama deni zililipwa or not, okay? Okay. Let me just start the volume. Sawa. Let's go.
Sections. It happens in action. I won't let drama define my financial decisions. I won't let social media dictate how I handle my business. What matters is that I'm doing the work, having the conversations, and working towards making things right. So for anyone wondering where I stand in my truth. I stand in my growth. I stand in action and not noise. And trust me, this is just another shuffle, a move forward, a step up, and a lesson learned. Because at the end of the day, the real flex is handling your business in silence and letting your actions speak louder than any headline. And that's exactly what I'm doing. Now, one of the questions that I am seeing is, have you paid the debts? What I can say is that I'm handling this matter directly with the people involved. Because here's the thing. Real responsibility doesn't happen in comment sections. It happens in action. I won't let drama define my financial decisions. I won't let social media dictate how I handle my business. What matters is that I'm doing the work, having the conversations, and working towards making things right. So for anyone wondering where I stand in my truth. I stand in my growth. I stand in action and not noise. And trust me, this is just another shuffle, a move forward, a step up, and a lesson learned. Because at the end of the day, the real flex is handling your business in silence and letting your actions speak louder than any headline. And that's exactly. Anna Liza, hey, good morning, Azziad. Did you find out who leaked your voice note and the information? I have another one who says, how do you stay motivated despite public scrutiny and personal challenges? So this is what I'm going to say, okay? Yes, I did find out who did their thing. And here's the thing. I've learned that in life we're all human, right? We make mistakes, and I'm going to own up to mine. I'll take accountability to where I went wrong, but at the same time, everyone is responsible for their own actions. How someone reacts to a situation is on them, not me. Because at the end of the day, we all process pain differently. Now, I read a quote that says, what others do,
does that mean she's gonna assume?
How you respond is yours. And that's the energy I'm carrying forward. I'm choosing peace over bitterness, growth over grudges.
Okay, she said she's choosing peace.
To answer the question, yes, I know who it was, but no, it doesn't matter anymore because life. Anna Liza, hey, good morning, Azziad. Did you?
Okay, so, but this is what I'm also saying. Okay, hii part ya kulipa amesema she's working towards it. What does it mean? Inamaanisha hazijalipwa zote. Okay, or because amesema na have conversations na the people involved. Okay, that's okay. If she's working towards it, that's fine. You know? So, patia kulipa deni amesema ana work towards, and I have conversation with those people. Okay. Hiyo pati ya kulika ni kama hata su, ni kama amesema, you know, venye watu wana react ni different, so mimi nita keep peace. Which is also okay. Azziad Nasenya addresses a question about paying back the money she owes friends, stating that she's handling it directly with them. But also like that, you know, like hakuna information hapo. Kutuambia you're handling it, what does that mean? You know what I mean? Like, what does that mean? When you tell us you're handling it, what does that actually mean? Ama it means what it means, unajua? Because that's what addressing looks like. Tell us, what does actually, have you contacted the people? Have you made an offering to pay? Have you nilipa mdogo mdogo ni, you know, have you paid a few of them? Because hujatuambia hata kama kuna ya mtu mwenye umelipa. You've just said, yes, I'm handling it. That's why I'm like, it feels like PR, you know? Like, yeah, you're handling it. What does that mean? Okay. Hiyo pande ya the person who leaked. Okay, umetuambia like hakuna go after you've made your peace with it. You can't You can't judge how someone responds, which is good. So someone says, we love Azziad Button. Okay, I admire her confidence. Ukikopa unalipa deni. Mambo na madeni hautaki kusikia. Mwingine anasema gaslighting at its best. Amelan showbiz hadi unatuona kama matako yako. Wake ati pedi wake ameamka mtakiona. Shida ni kulipa hiyo pesa. Wewe marafiki zako wanaweza kukopesha 10k urgently. Ati huyo Mluya ni muongo kama Ruto. Jesus. Cause mwingine anasema what conversations na uliwa blue tick hot air. That's what I'm saying. Like if you're saying you're having address it, because someone else will come and say what conversations juu watu on the other side wanasema uliwa blue tick. So it sounds like a PR answer, you know, like you're answering but you're not answering. Ngana nasema dawa ya deni ni kulipa. A real flex would have been paying the debts before you got exposed, mom. Watu wako na madeni wako na kizungu mingi. Hata Mayweather hukuwa hivyo. All that English and makeshift accent for someone in 400k plus debt is diabolical. In short, she hasn't paid back. You see, because her address has brought more questions than answers. You know? Azziad ni kama alikuwa amerihas vile atajibu hizo maswali. You see? That's exactly the same thing that I felt. Ni kama, because at some point I think we had her ni kama alikuwa nasoma. So I don't know whether these are pre-chosen questions or while the music was going on alikuwa na pick swali wana discuss venye atajibu. Or these are questions that were chosen before and then the answers were written down. Yeah, ni kusoma. Because it honestly felt like PR. You know. You know. Mbona anajibu kama Kenyan politicians. Kukwepa swali. Kasongo students, right? This is the same thing. Anajibu lakini hajibu. Ana address lakini ha address. I think that's what people have felt, you know. Mgea sama anajua ishalipwa, but we don't know that is true. Mtu anasema conversation won't help. Dawa ya deni ni kulipa. Yeah, some of the sheer lack of accountability. But you see, she's talking about I'm taking accountability, but people are still feeling like she's not taking accountability because I feel like PR, you know? And I think a bit more openness would really, really have helped her fans or other people, like inge connect na sisi, you know, just isifeel ni kama ni PR, like wewe to keep moving. Yeah, sama kizungu mingi ya bure. We listen, we don't judge. What conversation na uliwa blue tick, you know, because me I feel like tumepata tu PR answers. We've not really gotten like real answers, you know. Nimeona hiyo lakini sitaongelelea. Addiction gani ilikutesa sana kuiacha? Na ulitumia mbinu gani? Kukula makucha. Hii imekataa kunitoka. Anyway, that's the Azziad story, and that's her response. What do you feel like what do you feel about her response? Did you feel like it was an honest response? Do you feel like it was an open response? Do you feel like it was PR? Where do we move on from here? Tuendelee tu bila kujali, tusahau hiyo maneno. Do you think this story imeisha or it will keep coming up? Comment and I'll see